Now let's get into the marathon one. Let me see where I put it. There it is. So here are all the numbers that I crunched last night for marathon from all the press releases when they're buying new miners, whether they're the Ant miners or some other ones. And we'll go into it here in detail a little bit, just to guys give you a breakdown of what I've learned. An interesting tidbit was that I learned that Marathon used to be Marathon Patent Group, which was a patent troll. You probably heard a lot about patent trolls back in early 2010s when Google, Apple, and some of the other phone makers were all battling for the supremacy of the phone market, the smartphone market. You had a lot of cases where people were fighting over intellectual property, patents, and things like that. And you heard a lot about patent trolls back then and how the laws need to be changed and updated for the 21st century with these patent trolls. So in 2017, Marathon Patent Group acquires, I think it was Global Bit Ventures. I spelled that wrong here. Bit Ventures, and they, at that time, when they acquired them, got approximately 1,000 GPU miners. They had a mega hash of $250,000 or 250,000 mega hash. So currently, those are profitable at about $19 a day at current price levels from last night. So on Ethereum. Then in January 12th of 2018, they announced they're buying another 1,300 of the S9s from Bitmain. February 8th, 2018, they announced another 1,400 Ant miners that are at 19 gigahash. October 25th, some more Ant miners, 6,000 more at 102 gigahash per miner, which was a huge increase from what they were doing here. And then May 11th, 700 of the M30S Plus. I think those are the Avalons. And then May 12th of 2020, another 660 of the S19 Pros. May 19th, 500 more of the S19 Pros. June 11th, 2020, 500 more of the S19 Pros. And then July 29th, another 700 of the M31S Plus, which I think are the Avalon ones. And then on August 14th, 2020, they announced 10,500 of the S19 Pros from Bitmain. October 26th, 2020, 10,000 more of the S19 Pros. And then December 9th, 2020, the S19J Pros, another 10,000 of those. And then December 28th, 2020, they announced the purchase of 70,000, which was a huge purchase. And those were running at, I think I have this wrong here. Yeah, those were at 63, I think, gigahash. I can't remember now. But in total, what they were mining, terahash, sorry. So here's their petahash by the reporting on the miners that they have. So total petahash would be around almost 10,000 petahash, which is 1 exahash, I think. Here's a combined terahash speed, gigahash speed. And then I'm using gigahash speed because it helps me with the price projections or what the miners are actually making through whattomine.com. So you can punch in the numbers and you can figure out what they're actually earning on these. If we scroll over here, based on the amount of miners, and then they also, just recently in the last, this week, they announced another 30,000 S19J Pro miners, which are going to be mining around 3,000 petahash. But those aren't coming online until between January 22 and June 22, so I'm not counting these in the final numbers down here. So looking at the numbers, based on what I was able to find out, this is their yearly projected, or at least what I calculated, their potential total revenue. This doesn't include any electrical costs, any operating costs, anything like that. This is just pure revenue from cryptocurrencies. So the year total, by the end of the year, this should be running at a rate of about 1.272 billion revenue on these miners, if everything comes into play where they have everything installed and running at their data centers. So if we look at the price right now, the price of, what do we have it? Current price was 20, where did I put that? I didn't put it in here. But if we look at the price of Marathon, I think I used last night's closing price of 28.71 to figure all this stuff out. So shares outstanding right now is about 99,477,000. Current price to earnings ratio is 39.94. Current EPS on Yahoo Finance is at 72 cents per share. Current market cap is 2.8 billion. And then we can figure everything else out. Okay. The other thing that I kind of noted in here was rough estimation on the cost of the miners that they spent. It's about 203 million based on, I think I used, what did I use here? $1,800 per miner. There might be some more shipping costs involved in that, so it might be 250 million, 225 million, I'm not sure. But this is just a rough estimation on it. They didn't provide the pricing that they were paying on those, on some of those. Okay, so total revenue for the year would be 1.272 billion. EPS, based on the amount of shares, which was 99 million, would be 12.79 earnings per share. At a PE ratio of 20, we're looking at a price, stock price around $255, just without taking into account any of, obviously, the expenses. So even if you take out 25% for expenses, you're still looking at what, $200 some dollar stock price. And then if we look at the PE that they're using current, which is the 39, current one right here, 39.94. We're looking at a price of 472. Take away 25% of that, so we're still looking at around a $400 stock price. But here's the interesting thing: if crypto from here till the end of the year goes up 2x, if it goes up 2x, 3x, 4x, here's what their projected revenue is. So at 2x, so meaning Bitcoin would be at around 70,000 or so. The projected revenue would be around 2.5 billion. 3x would be 3.8 billion. 4x would be 5 billion. Obviously, this doesn't take into account any hash rate increases, obviously. So if the hash rate of the network increases, you're going to see a decrease in the amount that they're actually going to be earning from that. So even if it decreases 50% like we used with Hive blockchain, you're still looking at a decent amount of money. So you're looking at possibly, what is that, 1.25 billion. And then you're looking over here at 1.9 billion and 2.5 billion here. EPS would be 25.59, 38.38, 51.18. So if we use the price to earnings multiple of 20, you're looking at a $511 stock, $767 stock, 1,000. And with current price to earnings ratio, if we use that, you're looking at $945 stock, $1,417 stock, and $1,890. I'm going to be more conservative on that. I would go down and just cut everything in, 50%. So if we're looking at just doing the 20 price to earnings multiple, you're looking at a $250 stock. I mean, right now it's 30, 28, almost $30. You're looking at a huge increase in value over that 5-6 months. So I think it's a no-brainer to invest in Marathon, at least right now. Do your own research. Obviously, this is not financial advice. But I think the upside potential is far greater than the downside potential, especially right here, especially if they do get all those miners on board. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I know it's a lot of numbers, a lot of crunching. Let me know if you'd be interested in getting this data in the comments down below. Let me also know what you think about it. Do you also agree with the current legislative bill on the infrastructure bill with the amendment on it? And where do you guys see crypto going? Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, all that. Let me know in the comments. I look forward to you guys' comments on that. Thank you so much for watching. That's all I have for you guys. Have a great day. I'll see you guys tomorrow.